This one's for the beginners. Hello my lovely vapies, welcome back. Today's video is a 1 month update on the Endura T18. So like all of the 1 month updates this month, it is a tad bit late, but well deserved in my opinion. I really like the T18 for beginners, and even like, okay, so I would even suggest this to advanced vapors who may want an on-the-go mod if they can get past the tight draw. I was really in love with this in the beginning because its flavor is so amazing. It has that prism flavor enhancer technology that the iSub Apex comes with, but this is a total beginner setup. And well, in the beginning I really loved it, and I still do like it a lot, but I just couldn't get past the tight draw. Like, that's what was stopping me from being in absolute love with this thing. And I kind of wanted to put it down. Like, I wasn't using it as much towards the end of the 1 month period because of the tight draw, and I would prefer myself to be getting a lot more vapor. It still produces quite a bit of vapor, but nothing that I'm used to. I'm used to sub-ohm vaping. This is not a sub-ohm coil, but the coil, however, is amazing. It has lasted so long. I would suggest that this be paired with something. I don't think you could get an all-day use like chain vaping out of this little battery, because it is an Ego style battery, so it's, what was it? I think it was like 1300 milliamp. I could be wrong, but it's a smaller battery, so I don't think anyone who's chain vaping will get a full day's worth of vaping out of this. But oh my god, the flavor is amazing. And like I said, I think this would be excellent for beginners, smokers looking to make the switch, because it does have that tight draw that mimics the draw of a cigarette. And even for a non-sub-ohm device and something with such a tight draw, it still produces a good amount of vapor, but it is definitely, I would say, for a beginner or somebody that is into sub-ohm that doesn't mind the tight draw, because like I said, I loved it a lot, so much in the beginning. Like, it was gonna be one of my favorites. I was taking this on the go with me. I was using this a lot at my desk when I'm editing or answering emails or, you know, making phone calls. I used this quite a bit in the beginning. But then I just, you know, I just reverted back to my knee box and my Coolfire 4 Plus Storm Edition, because I just love that big, dense vapor and the looser air draw. But this definitely gets an A+ for flavor. It gets like a C for battery life. Like I said, I don't think you would get through a whole day of chain vaping with this. But if you're actually like a smoker who is just going to use this when you would smoke, like, you know, in the morning, after a meal, on a car drive, you know, I think it would work for a whole day of that kind of vaping. But most smokers switching to vaping that I know don't just vape it like they would take a smoke break. They usually are chain vaping it a lot. And it's funny because I literally just gave one of my cousins a new vape setup. He has tried in the past and it didn't work, so I gave him a different setup this time, and he said like the first 3 days he was just like attached to his vape, like vaping it more than he would ever have smoked a cigarette. But he was a smoker and a chewer, like a dip at the same time type of person. So I think the one thing that made me fall in love with it, other than it being a beautiful color, comes in this beautiful color and a few other colors, is the flavor. Otherwise, I really don't like the airflow. The draw on it's too tight. The battery doesn't last a long time. Like I said, it was like a desk mod for me, but even now I'm using my knee box pretty much majority of the time, just besides the other devices I have to do 1 month updates for. But like I said, I would wholeheartedly recommend this to beginners looking to make the switch, and I'm actually going to give this to my mom now that the 1 month update is over for this, because she is like the hardest person I've ever had to deal with to quit smoking and completely vape. Like, she's quit smoking before for like 2 years, and then she'll regress back to smoking, and then vape and smoke, and then just smoke and not vape, and oh my god. So I'm gonna give this to her because she seemed to really like it. If you guys saw the video we did for the Never Have I Ever challenge, she was using it and she really liked it. So I'm going to give this to my mom, and just fingers crossed that this is the device for her, because like I said, she's literally, I I have given her countless setups and nothing has seemed to be the one to keep her off of smoking. I think the Ego 1 Mini really worked for her for like a year, and then she went back to smoking. I'm like, Mom, please stop smoking, just stop. I also think the tank holds a fair amount of juice for beginners. An experienced vapor could probably definitely blow through this tank, probably two tankfuls in a day, but you know, it's relatively large. The coil in there takes up a lot of space, so the tank looks like it would hold more than it actually does. One of the downsides, another thing, is that if you're gonna switch out the coil, you basically have to have the tank completely empty or it will leak all over you. So when switching out the coil, you can't just, you can't have anything in the tank, or you're gonna get it all over yourself. And I've experienced zero leaking from this tank, absolutely none. So that is such a plus, because that's usually pretty common for devices, for any atomizers. Not so much anymore. Like, companies are coming out with atomizers that don't actually get spit back, but for something as not as advanced like being a beginner setup, no spit back, so A+. Some things my mom had mentioned, and I just wanted to put this in the video because she's a smoker slash vapor trying to find the right one from her, is she really liked the way it fit. And something she pointed out to me that I never really, I guess I kind of maybe had noticed it but never mentioned it before, is the button is kind of concave, and so it fits really nicely for a thumb or finger pressing. It feels nice. That's what she said. She said it feels nice. She likes the tube style setups way better than the box styles. Like, I gave her an E-leaf for a while and she did not like that because she didn't like the box style. Another plus is it is top filling, so when giving this to a smoker looking to make the switch, you don't have to explain, oh, you need to take off separate the two pieces and then take the base off. This one's just an easy peasy unscrew the top and fill. And one last thing that I really did like about it is that even though I would have preferred to, like, mainly I prefer to see charge ports on the side of devices. That way while charging they can be standing upright, because when we have our devices tipped, that usually promotes leaking out of the tanks or airflow bases in tanks, but this one doesn't have an airflow base, so I guess that wouldn't really pertain to this. But anyways, it has the cover on the battery, so you can't get any like dust particles in there, and it's just easily covered. So I really like that, especially for somebody like myself or my mom who would probably just toss this in their purse and go. Purses are a magnet, a collection base for crumblies and crumbs and, like, you know, just little pieces of debris, and so having this really helps to keep that little port clean. So that was another plus in my eyes. So my favorite thing about this device is the flavor. It is amazing. If the flavor of e-cigs was this good when I first started vaping, it wouldn't have taken me as long to switch, because it is delicious. Even as an advanced vapor myself, I can admit this is like, it tastes so good. That's why I loved it in the first place. The main thing that I don't like about it is the tight draw. I can't say the battery life, because I use so many devices that the battery life wouldn't really affect me, because I have another device to use if this one went out, but that could be seen as an issue for anyone trying to use this solely for their only vape setup if they're chain vaping. So all in all, I really like this device for beginners. I think it's great. I think advanced vapors, I don't know, maybe you'd like this for on the go if you're not already into sub-ohm. Because if you're already into sub-ohm, it's hard to go back to anything that's a super tight draw. But it's definitely going to get a thumbs up. This is a great beginner setup, and I'd recommend this to so many people. Actually, I already have, and I'm just hoping my mom will love this device as much as I feel she should love it. And if she does, we will be doing an update video together. So I will leave a link below to this kit if you are interested. It does come in a bunch of different colors. You can check the link below. But that's it for this 1 month update. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to this channel for more reviews. Check the description box below this video for important links like where to get my favorite things like e-liquids, mods, etc. You can follow me on almost any social media site like Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. I also have a second YouTube channel where I like to upload completely random videos of whatever I feel like. So if you want to see more of me, you can check that out. All those links will be below. And one more thing before you go, if vaping is something you're passionate about, please consider joining CASA.org and fight for your right to vape. So as always, I'm TiaVapes, and thank you so much for watching, guys. It's Martini's birthday. If you guys have ever seen my Martini weenie dog, it's her birthday. She's 5 today. I spoiled her rotten today with toys and treats and got this little cupcake for dogs that says happy birthday on it. It's so cute. And then of course I had to buy like another little special treat for my other dog, because even though it's not her birthday, it wouldn't be fair if Martini got all these goody treats and Vea didn't get anything. But I don't have kids, so yeah, I celebrate my pets' birthdays.